Chris Byrd, welcome back, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Great to see you. I gotta say, thank you for all the motivational videos you post on the internet, the Facebook, the body shot wars. Like, come on, brother. What's up with that?
Hey, that's medicine ball work.
You guys are getting it in, bro.
Yes.
And I appreciate, like, again, all the motivational things you're doing and the true stories that you put out there, and letting people know the behind the scenes of a fight, because there's so much that goes into a fight, right?
Oh, so much. Everything, like the mental side, just being in the locker room. If we just talk about the locker room, you can win a fight or lose a fight in the locker room or on the walk to the ring. So it's just a lot of stuff going into it, man. I want to explain a lot of stuff so people will know this is about the fans. The fans deserve it.
That's what's great, is that you're giving the fans the inside look of what it's like behind the scenes of boxing. And also, like, we know that you're training and you're looking great. What weight are you at right now, man?
I weigh about 163. So I feel great. I walk around at under 165 all the time. So, it's a great feeling. I can't put an age on how I feel. So I'm ready to
Absolutely. I
go.
mean, you can see the energy. And the thing is, too, it's like you look at your career. What was the highest you fought at? Like 220?
220. And felt horrible.
It didn't feel good on you, huh?
Oh, not at all. I'm a regular, I'm a middleweight, so I'm just back to my regular weight class. And
What
people
was
are
that like?
amazed.
What was that like to go up from being, because I'm a small frame guy myself. I walk around about 170, at my best weight about 160. I used to fight at 139, believe it or not, when I was
Wow.
way younger. Yeah, those days are over. That's not happening no more. I'd be lucky if I get down to like 165. That's my goal. But here's what's up. I mean, like, the transition of weight, what was that like to go from around 160 with the medium frame to a larger frame?
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it was when you're desperate. I didn't get signed after Olympics. So when you're desperate, you know, you do desperate things. I trashed my body, went up, put on like 50 pounds and fought at heavyweight. And it was surreal, but you gotta make do with what you got.
I tell you what, you did some damage at heavyweight. Evander Holyfield, Vitaly Klitschko, David Tua, Burt Cooper, who is one of, like, the most underrated guys, I think. Like, tough out,
Yeah.
complete tough out. Jamil McCline, like, another really good fighter at the time. So it's not like you didn't fight the best of that era that was available to you.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I got avoided also.
Yes, you did.
I'm probably the most avoided heavyweight ever. I mean, I got to fight those guys, but all the guys is more guys that avoided me that I fought. So I couldn't win for losing at heavyweight, wanting to fight all the big three: Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Two of them don't want to fight me. Evander really didn't want to fight me, but he had to at that time. So just a difficult style. Now I'm coming back at middleweight, gonna light it up the same way at heavyweight. Let's see how many guys want to fight me now.
See,
Now, let's get it.
this is what I love, because it gets me fired up that you're coming back. And I want to talk about this great comeback, because I don't doubt you at all with your skill set. You have an amazing, unique style that is, like, unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, obviously, you do the southpaw thing, but you're very slick. You slip punches really good. You get under people's skin, like, you piss them off, quite frankly, Chris. Like, when they
Yeah.
fight you, like, I've talked to fighters that fought you before, and they say it's very frustrating. So, before we get into, like, your comeback coming up, which I can't wait to talk about, like, where did that style come from? Like, it's an excellent style.
I just developed this style from just many years of boxing. With my brother Patrick, we would go over styles in our basement after watching boxing, and we just play boxing all day. Literally, we didn't have toys. We just play boxing and develop certain styles and become certain people in our mind. So I just developed it.
I think it's a great style. Um, Again, your career has been excellent to this point. The last time you fought professionally, I believe, was in 2009. Started your career, your debut was in 97. So what brought on this comeback?
Not getting signed, really, to come back, well, first, you feeling healthy. I feel great, but I didn't get signed after Olympics in 92, won a silver medal at middleweight. I had depression, went to heavyweight. If they didn't want me at the smaller weight, hey, I go to the bigger weight. They're not going to want me here, but you never know what's going to happen. Certain things happen. Next thing you know, I'm fighting at heavyweight, made my way through heavyweight, and then retire. And I'm not satisfied, not at all. I didn't get a chance to fight at my original weight class. If I did damage at heavyweight, what you think I'm gonna do at my middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight? Think about it. And I don't get no credit for it being the undersized guy fighting at heavyweight. So I'm coming back now to prove that I am one of the greatest fighters in history. I'm coming from heavyweight. Think about it. Middleweight to heavyweight, heavyweight back down to middleweight. Who has done this in boxing ever? And I will win a middleweight title, a super middleweight title, a light heavyweight in my 50s. Think about that, in my 50s.
Bro, I'm pumped. You're getting me pumped right now. I'm going to the gym after this. I'm scheduled to go to the gym after this and work out. Now I'm going to work out like a maniac because you got me fired up.
Let's get it, man. Hey, one life, bro. We're getting in that one life. You used to box. You know how I feel. You know how I feel to be in the best shape of your life. I feel great.
Absolutely, man. And you're at 50. You look wonderful. You're at the weight class where you feel. Because, I know a lot of things that happen in the sport of boxing. You got to move up to weight classes or move down in weight classes to make the money, But you've had a great career, 2-time heavyweight champ of the world, which is incredible. You beat two monsters at the heavyweight ranks in Evander Holyfield and Vitaly Klitschko. Those are amazing accomplishments. And then now to, come back to boxing full circle at 50 years old, Chris, I got to say, that's a huge inspiration to a lot of people. And I don't doubt that you're going to get a couple belts. I don't doubt it.
You know it. You know it.
Absolutely, man.
I don't doubt it either.
I saw that nutrition is a big part of what's getting you in shape, and I love beets personally. Nobody likes beets, but you got this thing called I personally love beets, but you got beet juice. I've never had beet juice. Tell me about beet juice.
Hey, beets. What do it do? Increase testosterone, blood circulation, everything. And then you got ginger. It's and then apple with. We have all different kind of stuff with. Look, I gotta think about this stuff. Just the understanding all of the fruit, the vegetables that you can put in your body, and how it can heal with inflammation, fatigue, everything. Stamina. So now that I know this stuff, in this second boxing career, I want to share with everybody. Not everybody, because they're gonna learn all my secrets, but share it so people can get healthy, man. It's about health. For me, I was messed up for 11 and a half years, and now I'm back. And I want to share health. It's a lot of people that are in chronic pain, struggling, don't know how to get out of it. Let me share some secrets. It may help them.
Yeah. For the listeners, what was some of, if you don't mind sharing it, what was some of like the struggles that you were going through during that time?
Man, so in 2009, my foot started burning. I didn't know what it was. And I'll go to the doctor and they say you have nerve damage in your foot. I didn't understand the pain. The pain was so horrific. It started getting worse and worse and worse. And over a course of just 2 years from 2009 to 2011, I wanted my foot cut off. I mean, my foot burning like crazy. I didn't know what to do. And then from there, a downward spiral. I was taking prescription drugs. Excuse me. Almost got arrested downtown Los Angeles. I really lost it. And then from there, I got off all the prescription drugs and just took the pain for the next 5 or 6 years. Took the pain. It was it depression, all this stuff started setting in, and like I said, a downward spiral until I had to make a change in my life, in my one life. I had to make a change. Something is wrong. Nobody know what's happening. So I started studying food, nutrition, met a beautiful woman named Tammy Thomas that introduced me to cannabis, started healing my body. Oh man, I'm back. So
Chris,
I want to inspire people everywhere on this comeback.
Yes.
One life. You live one time. Live to the highest level and have a great, beautiful life.
Every day, brother. And I tell you what, you're a fighter. And, I'm so glad to hear that you came out of that. And that's why I want to kind of bring that up, because I know you're a 12-round fighter. You would have been a 15-round fighter in 15-round fight days. Hell yeah, bro. Like, straight up.
You know it.
I know it, bro. And I love the motivation of that. And it's like, we're all dealing with a fight nowadays too, with, the pandemic and everything that's going on with the economy. And we just all got to hang in there. We're going to have trials and tribulations, and intestinal fortitude gets this thing done. That's the only way. We're going to have good and bad days, but it's how you show up the next day that's the most important, right?
Yep. That's it. We are living we call it a bad time, but let's make this bad time the best time ever. The best time ever. Hey, stuff happening, but hey, if we can get through this, we get through anything.
That's exactly what 100%, brother. I could not agree with you more, because I tell everyone that, like, we got to use this time to be creative and try to do things, or go back to old hobbies, things that we always wanted to do, maybe that we never got a chance to do. And I want to say this. I spend a lot of time with my dog. I saw you got a dog. And tell me about your dog, bro.
Bobby. No, the dog, he's chill. You see him chilling in the video. He made his cameo debut, and we're gonna put him in more videos. He got a couple more acting gigs in his system, so we think it is good. He's a good dog.
Tell you what, he's so chill, like he's just hanging out with you in the chair.
He's just chilling. Hey, secretly you don't see the snacks all around. That's why he's chilling.
What kind of snacks do you give?
All healthy snacks. I make sure I don't give my dogs anything that can harm them, because I had dogs throughout the years that had all kinds of diseases.
Yeah, we try to do the same thing with our dog, because she's getting a little bit older now. I got a Chihuahua, and I saw that her digestion wasn't working out so well, and then we went to like organic foods for her, and sometimes we make our own foods, to give her, and then we get the good stuff for her, and it's giving her so much more energy. Like, at one point in time, I was giving her like table food, and that's not cool, bro. Like, I'm like, why was I doing that? That's hurting her insides. Like, I'm giving her steak. Like, why would I give her steak? It's ridiculous. But it's like, they look at you and they're so cute, and you're like, you want to just hook them up. It's like, all right, here's a little chicken, here's a little steak. So I'm talking about food. I know you're vegan. Yeah. And you do a lot of cooking. Tell me about that. How'd you get started in cooking?
Just cooking foods. It's not only just me cooking. I have help, of course, but we make some great vegan dishes. I mean, the best. And for me, I didn't like that kind of food a lot. I'm an athlete, but you eat some vegetables here and there, fruit here and there. Now it's all about health. It's all about that kind of food. We got a healthy Byrd line coming out. Healthy Byrd, the kind of food that got me back healthy. it will be coming out real soon, and hopefully, well, we know, not even hopefully, we know for sure that it's going to help people out and people will enjoy it.
What's your favorite, like one of your favorite dishes to cook, and like the ingredients that go along with those dishes?
Oh man, you talking about dishes? Gosh, look, my mind is now. I got to race and think because of so many flavors and dishes that we you come up with. Like it's an asparagus soup. I hate asparagus. I hate it. But the way that you blend it up and the spices and seasonings you put in it, oh my goodness, that is asparagus soup. I hate asparagus, but now it's the best. My palate changed so much. It like all the vegetables, all the fruits, everything that comes with health.
See, I like asparagus. The thing is, though, it makes pee smell funny, right? Like
Yeah.
whenever like why? Do you know why that happens?
It must be getting rid of toxins in our body, make it smell funny, and the bad waste is gone.
Absolutely. So outside of cooking, man, what else have you been up to? TV shows, movies, music? What are you into?
Oh man, I'm doing a lot of podcasts, but my main thing, honestly, training.
Yeah.
Working on my craft all the time. I study, watch boxing all day, and just love doing what I'm doing now. I got all this energy. I want to use it. This is the second career. I want to be the best in the sport, the best that I can be at the highest level and make history.
So we know that you have a fight announcement coming up. So no spoilers, but we know that you're coming back. So I won't put you on the spot for that. But I do love the passion, and I do love the fact that you are coming back because you're definitely one of the great guys of the sport, man. Like
Appreciate
humble
it.
dude, good dude, amazing boxer. And speaking of like fights and watching boxing and studying. I watched Frazier Ali won the other day. They played it on ESPN. And I've seen the fight so many times. It's one of those fights you go watch a million times and then learn something new every single time.
Mm,
Man, how much did they give in that fight, bro?
yeah, a
Man,
lot.
a whole lot. The 11th round that Ali administered a tremendous beating. And Frazier was really like, he was swelled up, and they shared great stories in that. And there's great stories also with your career. I mean, I was at the Holyfield fight in Atlantic City in 2002, I believe it was.
Yep.
And Boardwalk Hall, I believe it was. And it was an excellent fight. And you're taking on, a guy that ended up being 4-time heavyweight champ of the world, arguably maybe 5, because Nikolai Valuev, like I felt he won, that fight, but he was in Russia and, scoring and whatever. But you're taking on a legend, and you handled him easily. Like, I love the man, but he had nothing for you. He couldn't figure you out. And that's the thing about rapid fire, bro. That style. So before I let you go, other sports of interest, what are you watching sports wise?
I mean, I used to watch basketball, a lot of basketball, football. Barry Sanders is my guy. Like Barry Sanders, I always wanted to compete with Barry Sanders. He got the gift of the juke on the field. I got it in the ring. So I'm like, oh my god, he's my favorite. And I watch certain sports. I really don't watch much. I just concentrate on boxing, focus on my style, I haven't fought in 13 or 14 years. So it's, for me, I'm getting ready for the biggest comeback ever. And I want to be the best.
Let me ask you what that's like, if you don't mind. Coming back, I mean, you're 50, but you're not 50. Like, I mean, come on. Looking at you and the way you're training and what you're doing, you ain't 50, So age is just but a number.
Yep.
So what's the routine like? Because I know you get it in. Like you're going like what, 6 hours a day?
More than that. I got energy now. if I got energy, I'm gonna use it. So it's I'm having a lot of fun. I got energy. I'm just going. It's incredible because when I was younger in my 20s, I didn't even feel like this. And I'm thinking, I got all this energy now and I feel good. I'm back healthy. Oh, I'm gonna put in the work all day, making sure I'm on point when I fight and become the biggest and best fighter in boxing. I want to fight the who pound for pound best. Who's the pound for pound best? Who is that?
You want to get him?
Canelo. Canelo, great fighter. Triple G. He won an Olympic silver medal. I won an Olympic silver medal at middleweight, same weight class. Let's get it. Let's make the match. See, I want to make matches. See,
I absolutely love this passion. I absolutely love this commitment. I think it's great that a lot of fighters from yesteryear are coming back and showing the young kids like, hey, we'll fight. You know, because I mean, a lot of fighters nowadays, Chris, let's face facts, they don't fight frequently enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys used to fight 3-4 times a year and against the best. Like,
the best.
Now exactly. And nowadays we have a situation where we have very talented fighters that don't fight frequently enough. And I think in the long run, that's going to hurt them, you know, because they're not going to have the kind of experience that you guys have, meaning like a Roy Jones, a Vander Holyfield. You know, we guys all fought so much, you know, and that's what made your greatness. And you have trials, tribulations, success, and failures. But at the end of the day, you get experience. And that's why, Chris, I believe what you're saying is that you know more. That's why you feel better than you were. Yes, experience is the best educator, bro. 100%. That's why you feel so good and you're motivated, bro. Let's you know, I said I was going to ask you one more question, but I could talk to you all day. Let's talk about cannabis.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. So what do you mess with? What's your weapon of choice?
Well, of course, I smoke cannabis. I started smoking. Shannon Briggs got me smoking cannabis.
That's why
I was in so much pain, but it's a pain thing. Honestly, you know, I was in so much pain, you know, and he said, hey, you need to try this. I said, I don't smoke. I never drank before, never smoked. And I tried it and it helped me with pain. And then I met a lady named Tammy Thomas, with a cannabis expert. She really hit me to what cannabis really does. And so I'm really big on it and knowing how to use it the right way. You know, you gotta smoke like how I was taking it, you gotta smoke 1,000 joints just to do what I was the amount of cannabis I was taking in the oil. I would be asleep for 2 days, literally out. It healed my body. So I said, I'll try it. If it's gonna heal me, I'll try it. But man, it took me to zenith it took me way up.
Let me ask you this, because I love Shannon Briggs, and I hope to get him on my show sometime soon. How was it like to get high with Shannon Briggs? That must be like one of the great. I don't want to put you on the spot, but that's got to be a good time at the very least.
It was the best. I gotta say, you know, him introduced me to cannabis like that, and me not wanting to try it, and then I tried it, and then I seen how it helps, and then get educated from it. Then I get my education from it. But with Shannon, it's the best being with him, smoking, you know, getting high with him, not glorifying it in a sense for kids. I'm an adult. So kids, if you under 21, don't mess with it. But you over 21, have a great time. Me and
light
Shannon,
it up. If you're over 21, light it up.
If you're over 21, light it up. Me and Shannon had the best time.
I can imagine the two of you guys together. Great personalities, a lot of energy, great personalities. Because I know like a lot of people when they get high, like myself, I get a little lazy, you know. And you know, I smoke and I just chill and I laugh, I eat a lot of stuff, and then I just pass out, you know. But you guys have such great energy, so I can just imagine like what that session would be like.
Let's get it. Oh my goodness. Let's go. I mean, we have the best time. The best.
Oh, Shannon's mad cool, dude. Like the energy he has, and when he started that Let's Go Champ, like way back, uh, rolling up at fish markets, getting the people all fired up. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
anywhere he went, you got people fired up.
That's it. That's what it's about though, man.
That's what he does. Exactly. That's what it's about. It's about passion. It's about sharing energy, right? And that's
Yep.
what you do as a fighter. And I vibe off you tremendously like that, And every time I watch your videos, Chris, I got to be honest, brother. Like I get like so excited. I'm like, yeah, man, he's getting it. Homie's getting it. And I know I'm 42, and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life right now.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that's and I'm gonna go to the gym. I went to the gym the other day and I went a little too hard. That's the worst part. When you go like a little much. I like Rocky IV soundtrack on and I'm going nuts. And then I come home because I gotta work out with a mask on, and that's not easy, And then you feel it when you come home. You're like, oh,
yeah. But you getting it in. You getting that work in.
You got to get
That's
it in.
the main thing. You starting, you getting it in.
That's exactly correct. Speaking about getting it in, I'm going to let you go on this one. We got some fights this weekend. We got David Benavidez, a weight class that you're very interested in.
Woo.
Oh, yeah. Ronald Ellis. That's a good fight. Ronald's been on my show twice. Great guy. What are your thoughts on that fight? Do you have any thoughts on that?
It's gonna be a good fight. I mean, I look at David Benavidez. He's so confident in his skill set. He feel like right now he could beat anybody in that division. And he's pretty tall. He's very skillful. Good hands on him. Good punching power. So Ron Ellis, he's a good boxer. He's in for a hard fight, but he got to make it very tactical and try to offset David Benavidez in the way he approaches a fight and coming at him, because he's fast and tactical too and smart. So he got to break him down. It's a great fight on paper too. So you look at it, you like, good matchup. We'll see. Anything can happen. I'll never pick a winner.
Anything can happen in boxing. That's why we love it so much, man. And I tell you what, great breakdown. I mean, how do I follow that? I mean, you nailed it right there. And we also got Juan Estrada versus Chocolatito at a very lower weight class coming up this week. And I think that should be a very good fight. I gave Estrada the nod here. What do you think?
It's a rematch, right?
It's a rematch.
It's going to be a great rematch here. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, they just go hard, bro. Like, they just, like you said, they're smaller weight. They throw really hard. And another one around your weight category that I want to talk to you about that comes later on, a couple weeks down the line, Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Ooh, nice fight. To me, it's two sides. Billy Joe Saunders left-handed, good skill set. Not a lot of power, so he don't get talked about that much, but he got a good skill set. So that skill set, if he can pick and choose, I mean, anything can happen in fights. But as far as strategy-wise, if he can keep the movement, because he moves very well, and Canelo is flat-footed. The movement, the left-hand jab in his face, if he can keep it in the movement and keep Canelo offset, off balance the whole time, making Canelo think instead of Canelo making him think, because Canelo make you think with defense. He make you miss, he'll pull back, now you second guessing every punch you throw, so now he got you thinking. That's all it is. And he's a master at it right now. He's getting away with it with everybody. So can Billy Joe Saunders touch him enough, not hit him, touch him enough so he can hit him? Because first you got to touch so you know that left hand gonna land. If the right hand jab don't land, he's never gonna reach him. So that's a great matchup. Everybody probably look at Canelo and they don't look at Billy Joe Saunders as a great fighter. But the matchup is tremendous. I mean, this is a 50-50 fight.
He has a hard time, Canelo does, with boxers like Israel Lara, Floyd Mayweather, Austin Trout to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those fighters gave him hell. Like they put him in fits.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
A tough matchup. So I mean, he's improved his skill. Canelo has. As long as he doesn't look for the bomb. I mean, he's landed some amazing bombs, but like if you look at even like just a different weight class, obviously Kovalev fight, it seemed like Canelo was just loading up the whole time. He did get his bomb, and Kovalev fatigued down the stretch of that fight. But the problem is that I'd like to see Canelo do a little bit more, like you said, he's very flat-footed. So I'd like to see him do more with angles. And this is why, Chris, I think you'd have a good time fighting him. Because you know what to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, I do. It seems easy when you watch it, but when you really watch Canelo Alvarez, when you think about it, look at the guys he's fighting. They're not throwing punches. Why? So he don't have to throw punches. He already shutting you down. He's playing shutdown time. So he's shutting you down. He can do anything he wants. He can walk at you. He can come. Because these guys are afraid to throw back because they think they're gonna miss. And then when you think you're gonna miss, you second guess every punch you throw. Now you don't want to throw. So now Canelo got you mentally not want to throw. Now I got you. So that's the trick in boxing. I mean, that's a certain thing, with defense. When I make you miss, I must shut you down. And when I shut you down, every time you throw, you're gonna think about everything you throw because I'm gonna counter every single punch. Throw against me. Throw against me. And you will see that you'll get countered. You're like, dang, he's 50 years old and he's still getting this in. He a ghost. You just keep hitting me, keep countering me. How you do that? I'm the best in boxing. I will be the best in boxing. Why? I'm putting the greatest skill set you ever seen. Ali in his grave he's just gonna shake his head and be like, man, that kid is good. I pointed at him years ago. Ali pointed at me and just pointed. He didn't say nothing. I know why now. I know why.
Chris, I love it. And I tell you what, that style, the defense, the way you evade shots, it's unreal. It's unreal.
Let's get it.
Absolutely. Like there was times I would talk to people and they're like, who you got? Like, certain fights that you were in. I'm like, you got to watch out with Chris, bro, because he'll make you miss and he'll make you pay. And he's fast and he's hard to figure out. And whenever you have, I don't want to give away your recipe, bro, but it's like we put all those things together in boxing, that's a tough out. It's not easy to do.
I'm a tough matchup. I am.
Styles makes fights, man, and I tell you what, it's a real rough thing. Let me talk to you real quick. We're talking about fight game. I got another one for you. The jab. Where did this jab come from? Because you have a very unique jab.
Olympic Training Center. Watching all kind of guys. One is Shane Mosley. Two, I used to watch Oscar De La Hoya, watch Eric Griffin. I watch all these guys in the way they train. And then I just picked up certain stuff from, and added to my game. So my jab is not a conventional jab. I don't commit. Sometimes I commit. Sometimes I throw a lot of jabs. Sometimes it's just different. I got to try to offset you. I fought against Russia 10 times when I was amateur. And in fighting against the Russian team, the full Russia, it's unified Russia, it's all of Russia. And you fight against those guys, they make you think. They got different styles. You learn so much for me, I learned so much from them. I added it to my style, and then I added it to pro to make sure I could offset all these guys here. The Eastern Bloc guys, I don't offset them that much. Vladimir Klitschko, Alexander Povetkin, I didn't offset them much. But when I fight the guys that don't know how to fight those guys, I offset them all the time. I got them second guessing, always reaching, thinking, all that stuff. So I learned a lot from the Eastern Bloc guys and added to my game.
The thing about your jab, the reason why I bring it up too is your trajectory. You don't just jab to the face; you jab everywhere. You hit everything on somebody. I mean, look at the Klitschko fight. You know, when you fought Vitali, you know that was excellent. Like, I mean, you kept that man off you, and he was forced to stop in that fight. And that is one of the most menacing heavyweight knockout fighters of all time. Let me ask you what that fight was like, Chris, if you don't mind. What was that like?
It 10 days notice, man. It was crazy. I'm fighting a guy that I never seen fight before. He's 27-0 with 27 knockouts. When I get in the ring, the crowd laugh. Think about that. The crowd started laughing because I get in the ring, we go to the middle of the ring, and then everybody started laughing like this is a joke. And all I thought was, if I can get past 4 rounds, I'm in the fight. Yet they don't know who I am really, obviously, because they're laughing. But Vladimir knew who I was. Vitaly, they knew who I was. And sure enough, after the 4th round, they were yelling, Kadesh Byrd, Kadesh Byrd. The whole crowd was screaming that. You had to be in the building that night. See, the commentators, they just wrote me off. They talked about me. I'm losing this, and that. But in the building, they knew the giant was getting ready to fall. They were like, what? This is crazy. This little guy is fighting this big, I weigh 208 pounds. 208. He was 247. Come on, man. And I get criticized after the fight. Really? I'm one of the great ones. I'm barely 6 foot. Come on.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, I saw that thing, and we're both holding our heads here. I watched that fight as it transpired, and remarkable performance. Like you mentioned, 10 days notice. Okay, you're giving up a whole lot of weight, because let's look at other weight classes in boxing. It's usually done in like increments of, excuse me, 5 pounds, you know, a couple pounds here and there. You're giving up tons of weight. You know what I mean? Like in the heavyweight division, you could give up as much as 100 pounds. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yes.
And the fact that you went out there on that soil and did what you did with a boxing, you know, exhibition in terms of like showing people how proper boxing is done and how to beat a big man with, you didn't even know his style. You really didn't know much about him. That's incredible.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. And when you see a man that big, you like, oh my goodness, and never seen him fight before, and he got all knockouts, all knockouts.
How hard did he hit? Did he hit really hard?
To me, honestly, he didn't hit as hard as I thought he would hit. Vladimir hit really hard.
No shit. Wow.
Totally different. Totally different. Yeah.
Is that the right hand? Was it the right hand that hurt? Yeah. It was a nasty. He had a nasty right hand. Vladimir has a nasty right. I mean, I never. Obviously, I'm way too small, and I've never been around him before. But I could see it from experience of watching fights, like that snap. Because the thing I think that Vladimir does with that right hand is he gets the proper distance to actually have the point of impact. You know, where he doesn't smother it. He doesn't like put it too long out. He just knows how to set it, and then, Lennox Lewis was very good at that too.
Yeah,
Emmanuel really Stewart, yeah, Manny, bro. Like, I think one of the greatest trainers of all time, and I definitely think you're one of the greats of all time. And I cannot appreciate your time enough, bro. I always love catching up with you.
Yes.
As soon as the fight announcement comes out, I'd like to have you back.
Yeah. So.
I can't wait to see you back in the ring, dude.
It's coming so great. And you're gonna see the magic show is coming. Come get your ticket, get your cameras ready, get your cameras ready. The magic show is coming.
I love it. I love it. Let me ask you one more question before you go. Who's training you?
My brother Patrick.
Your brother Patrick? Is
Yes.
Shannon coming out to the fights?
I have Shannon and Layman Brewster on my pain journey. They both helped me out so much. So I gotta have that knowledge come in. You know, all kind of fighters coming in. I have all kind of different fighters picking their brain. We'll break down film, break down boxing. We're gonna have a lot of fun, man.
I think you got to have Shannon, you know, especially because the motivation. Like, how do you not get motivated if you talk to Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost impossible, right?
Yep. Hey,
Okay.
let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Yo, thank you, Chris, so much, brother. Much love to you and yours. Stay safe, and I can't wait to see you back in the ring, bro. And
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people can't wait either.
Hey, thanks a lot, bro, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Anytime, brother.
Yep.